Hey, big welcome to you. Thank you so much for joining this session. Today we practice around the time of Halloween, or Samhain in the pagan tradition. So this time of year is said to be when the veils between each world is at its most thin. So we have greater access to the spirit world. So I encourage you to light a candle or two, light some incense, maybe some fairy lights, or just set the scene in general to add a little mysticism and make it cozy before our practice. This time of year is also a celebration. Traditionally, in the pagan tradition, they would feast and stay up for days, celebrating the year past and inviting in the darker months that are coming, the longer nights, the shorter days, and this sense of nurturing, harvesting, and feasting. So for myself, I've been honouring this time of year by getting out in nature and walking through my city, and not intentionally, but I've definitely been drawn to graveyards, spending a lot of time walking through graveyards and really just enjoying that feeling, that kind of slightly creepy feeling that exists for me personally in graveyards, but which I love, just that knowledge of the dead and the live in the same place, the knowledge that you're walking on bodies and history, and so many centuries of history in some cases, and the beauty of autumn at this time of year with crunchy red, orange and yellow leaves and cozy scarves. I like to put something in the slow cooker to come back to, and then go out for a crisp walk with my friends and come back and eat and feast. And so this is one way that I've been celebrating this beautiful time of year. How do you celebrate? Let me know in the comments, or in any other capacity. I would love to hear. And we're going to start today's practice lying in supine position, so lying on your mat. Apologies for not having a mat at the moment, but I think you can get the drift. So lying flat on your mat with your arms beside you, your legs can be about hip distance apart, maybe a bit wider or closer together, whatever feels best for you right now. And feel the grounding support beneath you. And feel your heels, your glutes, your shoulders, the back of your head, and where they come into contact with your mat, and how carried they feel, and how they provide a support for the rest of your body to sink into that grounded place, this sense of melting around the more prominent areas of your body that are holding space for you as you melt and surrender. And I invite you to now bring your attention to any sensations that are occurring in your body. So from these points, your heels, your glutes, your shoulders, the back of your head, dissolving your attention a little further outward into other areas of your body, and noticing if you can feel sensations inside your body without any judgment, without any labeling, just noticing with a sense of curiosity and tuning in with what's going on for you today. And sending love and compassion to any areas that might feel a little off-center or nervous or uncomfortable. And taking a deep breath there and releasing. And having this presence with your body, this awareness in your self and in your shape. And as you show up today, this really sends your body, mind, spirit a signal that you are caring and supportive. And notice how the breath rises and falls in your chest. Maybe your belly lightly rising and falling as well. And as you inhale, the back of your heart space and shoulders sinking deeper into your support. And as you exhale, this gentle contraction and release into your center. Inhaling, expanding into all corners of your sphere. And exhaling, contracting back towards your center. And as you continue to breathe in this way, expanding and contracting with your own rhythm, you notice any sensations on your skin, so drawing that attention out of the center, the core of your body, to your peripherals, to this huge organ that covers every part of your body, your skin. Notice what's there. Maybe you feel something, maybe you don't. Just noticing, again without judgment, just curiosity. Maybe there's a fizzing or a buzzing or a tingling or a warmth or a coolness, a vibration, anything that shows up. And then continuing to expand your awareness as you inhale and gently contract and bring back to your center with the exhale. Invitation to imagine the parameters of your body now dissolving a little and becoming slightly less solid. Dissolving into the air around you and into the sphere and energy field around you. As you inhale, expanding your awareness and dissolving your edges. And as you exhale, gently contracting and drawing that attention back into solidity, back into this grounded, solid foundation. Inhaling to expand your awareness and dissolve your edges into your environment. Exhaling to land back in your body into your center. Inhaling to become one with your surroundings and feeling a connection to all things living and non-living. And exhale to draw that awareness back into your core, your body lying comfortably on your mat. Take about 3 more deep breaths here. And then if it feels good with your next inhale, take a deep breath in and exhale with a sigh, either through the nose or the mouth. Nice. And then begin to point your toes, wiggle your fingers, flex your toes towards your nose, push the heels away from you, stretch through the back of your legs. And then bend your knees, so soles of the feet on the floor, about mat distance apart. We're just going to windscreen wiper the knees down to one side, then the other. So at this point, seeing if you can keep both glutes pretty much touching the floor. And then as you sway your knees one side to the other, start to make it a little bigger. So maybe this time your hip lifts off the floor a little bit and the stretch moves into the waist and the ribs. Great. And then next time your knees come down to the right hand side, just allow yourself to fold into a fetal shape. And then hug your knees into your chest. Your hands can come around your shins and make your body into a ball, finding some doming in the spine. Then slowly, slowly begin to unfold again. Unravel, gently find your way back onto your back. And then stretch your arms over your head and your toes away from you. Full body stretch. Then hug your knees into your chest and bring your hands to the outside edge of your feet for happy baby. If this means that your lumbar spine pops off the mat, then just take your hands a little lower. Arms come on the inside edge of your knees and rock side to side here. Awesome. Release the hands and bring your feet up to the sky. Flex the toes towards your nose and the heels up to the ceiling. Have one hand on your belly, one hand resting against your chest and your elbows resting against the floor. Take 3 deep breaths in waterfall. And then lower your left leg down to the floor as slowly as you can, keeping your lumbar spine completely flat against the floor beneath you. Make sure I don't burn my trousers, my feet. And then I'm going to lower the right leg down as well. And with my next inhale, draw that leg back up to the sky. Exhale, lower it down to the floor. Inhale, back up. Exhale. Inhale. And then place the foot on the floor. And from here, with the left leg extended, right leg bent, going to press the foot into the floor, lift the pelvis and lift the left leg up. So you come onto your shoulders, left leg is lifted, and then gently lower back down again. All the way down. Swap legs, so right leg extends. And inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then inhale, draw that leg back up. Place the sole of the foot on the floor. And as you inhale, press into the floor and lift your hips. Doesn't matter how high they go. And your right leg lifts up too. And gently lower back down. Come all the way down. Right heel against the mat. And then hug your knees in. Lift the feet to the sky for waterfall. Now you can either keep your knees bent here or legs straight. It's your choice. And you can have your hands on your body or beside your side, wherever you prefer. So if you're using both legs, just make sure there's no arch in your lumbar spine. So your lower back is completely in contact with the floor. We're going to lower the legs down. And then you can bend your knees and push the legs back up to the sky. So lower them down, bend the knees, push the legs back up. Or if you prefer, You can lower them down and then lift them back up with straight legs. So you choose. Firing up through your core. 2 more here, whichever variation you're taking. And then hug your knees in and gently rock side to side. And then place your feet on the floor. And sweep the knees over to the left-hand side and allow your body to follow. Find your way into the fetal position. Hug your knees in towards your chest and bring your arms around your shins. Make yourself into a ball. Take a deep breath here. And then gently unravel, slowly, slowly peeling your body out of this ball and into a more open position. Stretch your legs away, stretch your arms away. And then hug the knees in, and we're going to rock and roll the body up and down your mat. If this is uncomfortable on your spine or anywhere else, then you can just come up to seated and we'll meet you there. Nice. After the next couple of goes, we're going to come up into Malasana. So see if you can come up, no hands. And if you need to use your hands, then absolutely use them to support you. So Malasana, heels are kind of just about under your hips and the feet are at an angle, 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Hands together at heart center and arms on the inside edge of your thighs. Spine's nice and long. If you need a block underneath your hips here, it can really help take the pressure out of your knees and ankles and also find space in the hips. So do use your props. Nice. With your next inhale, press into the feet, engage the core, engage the thighs and rise up. As you exhale, bend back down. Any discomfort in your knees, just come halfway and then come back up from that halfway point. Coming back down, we're going to take 2 more of these. Next time you come up, interlace your fingers behind your back, turn your toes in and your heels out, so you're pigeon-toed, and you can move your feet about a foot's distance wider if you like. We're going to fold down over the legs. Deep breath here. Breathing in and out of the belly. Gentle squeeze of your glutes. Wrapping your outer thighs down and under towards your glutes. And then as you inhale, gently rise back up again. Nice. Release your arms, release your legs, give everything a good shake out. Take your hands to your hips and just take some disco hips for now. So rolling through the sacrum and the lower body in one direction and then the other. Any creaking or any other sounds or sensations, just easing in. No judgment, just noticing. Nice. Find your way back to center and come to the top of your mat. Feet hip distance apart. Ground down through the soles of your feet. And then lift your toes up, spread them out wide, place them back down. And from that point, feel the arches of your feet lifting. And engaging the kneecaps and the thighs. Lengthen your tailbone. And think of the lower ribs drawing slightly down and the outer ribs into your center, to your sternum. Then roll your shoulders up towards your ears and down your back. Open your palms. Crown of the head rising up to the sky. And with an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hinge at the hips, bend the knees as much as you need and fold down over your legs. Bring the weight just slightly forwards into the front of your feet. And then as you inhale, bring your hands to the floor or your legs to extend your spine flat back. Then bring the hands to the floor and step both feet back, plank position. You can have your knees up or down here. Think of lengthening the crown of the head from the heels and engaging your full body. So your legs, your glutes, your core, zipped up from your pelvis to your sternum. One more breath here in plank. And with your next exhale, drop the knees and lower your chest to the floor. Hug your elbows close into the ribs. And inhale to peel up, low cobra. Exhale, peel back down. And then inhale with no hands, lift your upper body off the floor using your back and tummy muscles. Exhale to peel down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Plant your hands under your shoulders, push up and back, downward facing dog. You can take a few breaths here to find your way into your downward dog. So whatever feels good, maybe that's moving about a bit, bending the knees alternately, or maybe stillness is what's calling you. Maybe child's pose is what's calling you. So just ease into your body today with awareness and listening, tuning in. And then with your next inhale, raise your right leg up and back, heel to the sky, hips are level. Exhale, bring your shoulders over your wrists and your knee into your nose, dome your back. Inhale, lengthen the right leg away. Exhale, right knee to right elbow as high as you can. Inhale, length. Exhale, right knee, left elbow across the body. Inhale, lengthen the right leg away, and exhale, step it through your hands this time. Plant the foot. You're on the ball of your back foot coming up into high lunge. So right knee over the ankle. Tuck the floating ribs in. Soften your edges. Spread the toes of your front foot. We're going to come to this low lunge dips and using lion's breath. So activating your inner demon. So inhale and exhale, lower your back knee, open your eyes wide and stick your tongue out. Inhale, lift, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. And turn your back heel for warrior two, so it's in line with the short edge of your mat. So the hips are open now. I'm going to bring the arms up and look towards the front, so you're kind of closing off that hip. And then as you bend your knee and bring your arms down, I'm going to turn to face the front and then open the hips. So moving between these two positions of front and side. It doesn't matter what this looks like, just feel into it. So shifting the hips from open to close. And then next time, bend your front knee, gaze over your front middle finger. Take the back hand down the back of the leg, reverse your warrior. Avoid pressure on the back knee. Keep that front knee nice and bent. And then maybe see if you want to lengthen that front knee. And then bend, bring your arms back into warrior two, horizontal position. Take your forearm to your thigh and extend the left arm alongside your left ear. Give your pinky finger, drawing down towards the mat, and open the left shoulder up to the sky. Awesome. Float back up into warrior two, and then windmill your hands to the floor and step into downward facing dog. Then from here, we're going to come onto the tippy toes. Inhale, draw the shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, knees towards the floor, and then press the hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, peel forwards, shoulders over the wrists, plank. Exhale, drop the knees towards the mat, and then push the hips back up. So think of your body a bit like a wave, rolling between these two positions. And remember, child's pose is there for you if you prefer. And next time you come into plank, come down either through knees, chest, chin, or if it's in your practice, come in through chaturanga, but making sure the shoulders don't come lower than the elbows. And then inhale into low cobra or high cobra, or maybe up dog. Exhale, push up through the knees or through plank into downward facing dog. With an inhale, raise your left leg up and back. And exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left knee across the body, right elbow. Inhale, length. And this time, exhale, step it through the hands. Inhale, lift into high lunge. Exhale to soften into your shape. You can play here whether you want the back knee bent or straight. See what feels right in your body, your anatomy. Looking for a stretch in this hip and a strengthening in the legs, lifting through the upper body. So left hip slightly back, right hip slightly forwards to find that nice level pelvis. And then prepare to tap into your inner demon. We all have the light and the dark within us, and just really resonating with that fierce, ghoulish energy. We're going to stick the tongue out, open the eyes wide. Inhale. Two more. Inhale, lift. And then turn your back heel, warrior two. Okay. So now turning your hips so you're facing the front, lift the arms high, and then open. So you're kind of rolling through. Your right hip turns in to face your left hand side, and then opens back out again. Nice, find your way into warrior two. Gaze over your front middle finger. Lovely, nice deep bend in that front knee. Spread the toes of all your feet, lift them and place them back down. So many feet. And then flip your front palm and take the back hand down the back of the leg, reverse your warrior. Deep bend into that front knee. And then lengthen the front knee and extend. Deeper stretch here, if that's accessible for you. And peel back up, warrior two. And then bring your forearm to your thigh. See if you can avoid putting weight into this forearm, keeping the core engaged. And if it's uncomfortable to have your arm stretching over your ear, you can hold it straight up. Lovely. Next, inhale, float back up through warrior two. Windmill the hands to the floor. Step into plank. And either come down through a chaturanga, straight into downward facing dog, or you can take some waves with your body before coming down through a vinyasa. And everyone meeting in downward facing dog. And come onto your toes and drop your knees to the floor, sit your hips down and back, and rest in child's pose. And allow your energy to begin to settle from some dynamic movement into a relative stillness. Notice if you're holding on in your body, and if so, just invite a release. Like we began with, this melting of your edges, of your skin away from your bones, melting and surrendering into the floor beneath you, into the earth, and dissolving your edges with those of your environment, and dissolving your edges into a sense of oneness with everything, living and non-living, a sense of connection, of never being alone, celebrating your cycles, these seasonal changes, and welcoming in the darkness, welcoming in a more insular, still, cozy time to reflect and recharge before a new year comes along, nurturing your body, your mind, your spirit. Take 3 more deep breaths here. And begin to stretch your fingers away, lift the elbows off the floor, and they become to your fingertips. To open into the armpits and the lats and the side body. And then slowly press your hands into the floor and rise up to kneeling. Keep your feet together and bring your knees a little wider if they're not already. And then bring your hands in front of you with the fingers facing your pelvis and the backs of the wrists away from you. We're just going to take a couple of little circles here, stretching the forearms in one direction and the other. Awesome. And then we're going to come to lion's breath. So one more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely. Come back to kneeling. Bring your hands to touch in front of your heart space. And take a moment to feel the effects of your practice today. Notice any sensations in your body, under your skin. Maybe any difference from when we started the practice today. Maybe the same or maybe nothing at all. Doesn't matter. Just see what's true for you right now. Any sensations on your skin, around your skin. And as you inhale, expand your awareness, and exhale, draw it back into your center. Inhale, expanding, connecting. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale. And exhale with a sigh through the nose or the mouth. Bow your head to your hands. Hands to your heart. And then bow to the earth. Thanking Mama Nature for this beautiful time of year and everything she provides. Thank you for practicing with me. If you enjoyed today's practice, don't hesitate to tell all your friends, subscribe, like, leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you're up to this time of year. Even if you're not in the hot northern hemisphere and it's not autumn for you, then let me know. I'd love to know. I'd like to connect. Okay, loads of love and see you soon.